Hello internet, Broken here. I just want to say a big thank you for all your support. It means so much to me. Everyone that's subscribed, everyone that's liked, everyone that's commented, thank you so much. Right, let's get on with the video anyway. So many of you may have seen the official wetness video. If not, click the card or see the description for a link to that. In a nutshell, it shows that you can get wet and this has an effect on your player and their clothing. You get wet, you then get cold, and then you're carrying more weight until you're dry again. It's a simple cycle. But there are many ways to get wet and many ways to get dry, and different clothing is affected in different ways. So waterproofs protect you, lighter materials dry quicker, it's just like real life. But towards the end of the video, I was blown away. I mean, utterly gobsmacked. But maybe not the way that you would have expected. So just before this part, the player runs out of the water and stands near the fire. Clearly, he's going to dry himself off with the warm dancing flames. But look at what happens next. Do you see what he is doing? He is dragging things from his inventory straight onto the ground and placing them where he wants. I've never seen a game do this before. Honestly, once I saw this, my mind exploded with ideas. I started to think about all the different ways that this could be used in the game. Just take a second to have a think about the way that you would use this. Me personally, I want to place traps. I want to hide them in bushes, I want to put them behind trees, everything like that. Whether it's going to be for the animals or, if it's possible, trying to capture a player or a puppet. It doesn't stop there either. So in one of the Q&As, people were asking about whether or not base building would be in the game. The response people got was basically not in the traditional sense of something like DayZ, but more of like a fortification of already pre-existing structures. So what that does mean is that you can move into a village and then you can fortify windows and doors, etc. But after watching that clip, there was a connection made in my mind. Now I can actually place traps. I can strategically place them so that there are entrance ways and exit ways that we have to go when we go in and out of our village. Otherwise, we're going to end up in like, I don't know, like a minefield that we've created. Or even like a bunch of snare traps. I don't know about you, but I was never a fan of the dropping items in other games. It's either thrown a mile away from you or it's dropped at your feet. This has never been realistic. It's not like you throw a chocolate bar at your friend when you're trying to give them it, do you? Or do you? So that was such a small detail in the video that has such huge implications in the game. I want to talk briefly about one of the other things that I noticed in the video, the inventory system. I'm just going to pause it here so we can take a look at the inventory system. So the first thing that I notice is the wide open space in the middle of the image. From a gameplay perspective, this is going to allow you better situational awareness. So then we'll go to the left hand side of the screen. We can see what's in the player's vicinity. Now these items look like they're actually on the table that's in the background, which means that your vicinity is quite a large radius around you. This is quite good, as it means that you're not going to be fumbling around looking for items in the grass. Also, matches and body armor confirmed, right? The next thing is the actual inventory itself. So here we can see that we've got 4 head slots, 6 torso slots, and 3 leg slots. Within each one, each item also has its own inventory size. So in the hoodie, the cotton hoodie that's seen in the middle of the screen, it's got 4 slots, whereas the raincoat only has 2, and the flannel shirt has 1. Then on the right hand side, we have the holsters. In slot 1, there is an AK. This also has an inventory slot within it, so this leads me to think that you may be able to put a sight on it, maybe a suppressor, something along those lines. Underneath that, we have in slot 2 an axe. This has no inventory slots, so you can see there is a difference between them. Then we've got some quick access, so numbers 3 to 0. This may be for stuff like medical equipment, grenades, things like that. And then we have our hands. Now with the hands being on their own, it may be that we can put knuckle dusters or improvised like weapons on our hands, or even medical equipment that you have to have equipped in order to perform surgery, for example. And for the keen-eyed people, you can see at the end of that there is a hand when he moves his hand into the open area. I personally think that this means that we can drag things into whatever slot we want from the ground. So that is all I have for you in this video. If you stuck around this long, thank you very much for watching. If you really liked it, subscribe, give me a like, post in the comments your thoughts on the video, and I'll see you in the next one.